Greetings everyone, Jen the Curious Cloud here. Welcome to my channel. Excuse me. Today, allergies are turning my head into hell. Anyway, today I am finally getting around to my Oracle deck collection video. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Oracle decks. I think I have 13 tarots, maybe. I might have 14 now, actually. I might be even. Kind of cool. I'll have to double check. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to do this in roughly the order that I got them all in. It's not going to be exact, but close enough. So the first two that I got, I don't remember which one I got first, so I'm going to get the first one out of the way. This is the only one that I have of hers, but it's a virtue deck. And I used this for a long time. It's the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. I do love the deck. It's got beautiful images of all of the goddesses. It's got great messages. Some of this artwork is amazing. Like I love this one. It does have some of the names, like this one says Lamanya versus Lamaya. So the names are a little bit different every once in a while. It's just something I noticed. It has a little quote down here. The guidebook has some good information. I always like this one of Ma'at. So, I mean, it is what it is. I used this. I'm not a big fan of anything with Mother Mary in it, but whatever. I used this almost exclusively for a very long time. It was one of the only ones I had. I cannot remember if this was the first or second, but I had the first two Oracle decks that I had for a very long time. They were the only ones I had. So I am very familiar with this deck. I do really enjoy it. I did put it away when all the kerfluffle with Virtue kind of went down, just because I thought, well, I wasn't sure how I felt about using her deck. And honestly, I was starting to branch out and learn more about other Oracle decks anyway. So I had kind of gotten tired of working with the same one all the time. So I decided it was a good time to put it away. I'm not going to get rid of it. I do like this deck. I'm sure I will work with it again eventually. I did just get oh, I have 15 decks. I forgot one. I did just get another Goddess Oracle deck. So I am working with that one right now. But anyway, this was one of the first ones that I got. And I got this one at Psychic Festival that we have around here. I'm not sure where I'm going to stack these here. So the other one that I had was the Druid Plant Oracle. I don't remember where I found this. I probably got this off Llewellyn way back in the day, probably 10-15 years ago. I'm not sure when it actually came out. I don't know if it has a year on here. Everything's upside down in the back. But I had never heard of any of the other decks for this. I was in kind of a druidry phase. Here, I'll pull it out. It's got a nice big book. I loved this picture on the front. All sorts of lovely information. It's a great book. These are the backs. It's green. It looks black, but they're green. So yeah, these are giant cards. I think this was the first time I had ever seen a deck with such big cards. I was still very, very new to Oracle decks. I am not sure if I even had any tarot decks at this point. I didn't know what you were supposed to do with an Oracle deck. I was a little confused by the fact that, you know, I would pull a card and I'm like, okay, so, you know, Clover, or whatever this is, Comfrey. Like, what's that supposed to tell me? I mean, I would read the book, and I never really used them very much. I am going to start using them more now that I'm more into the hobby, and I actually found these not long before I moved. I'd forgotten I even had them. But yeah, I love this card. So yeah, that's other one of the, I can't remember if I got this one first or if I got the Goddess Guidance cards first. But for a very long time, that's what I had. I didn't work very much with either one of them. It is what it is. After that, at some point, I don't remember exactly when, I got the Spirit of the Wheel meditation deck. I have always had a fascination with all things Native American. Comes in this little tuck box in there. And if I can pull this out, I saw these cards. Now, this is kind of a weird, that's the back of the cards. Not a big fan of that. But they're really not anything that you can trim down, at least for me personally, unless you really just want to trim out that box. Because you'd end up trimming a lot of that off, and I just, yeah, not going to do it. So I've not really worked with these. I love them. I like the little keywords. I like that they're numbered. That's always nice if the book isn't going to be alphabetical. This one I think has, yeah, it's just a little white book. So yeah, I've not really done very much with this. I will probably work with these when I work with my Medicine Woman tarot deck, just because I think that would be a good pairing. But it also comes with, let me put these away here. It comes with this, well, there's two actually things in here. There's a big, what is this? The Medicine Wheel spread that you can do. Can't tell how much of that you can see. Not that you can get a very good look at it, but, and it tells you, you know, what each one of the card positions is for. There's Creator, Mother Earth, Father, Son, all sorts of lovely stuff. I have not done that spread, but it looks very extensive and exhausting, so I haven't done it yet. And then this one is a, it's another spread that it comes with. This is the Ancient 10 Card Tarot spread. Now that's interesting to me that they call it a tarot spread. It looks like it's actually just the Celtic Cross, but they provide it with an oracle deck. I've never thought of doing that before, but yeah, there you go. Might be interesting to do someday, I don't know, but anyway, that's what that one comes with. I'm not going to try to put all that away. And then, I don't know if it was after I got that, I think it was, I don't remember, that I got the House of Night Oracle deck. I have it in my little Star Trek bag that my friend got for me at a gaming convention. But the House of Night is a this is the little book that it comes with. It's the same size as the card, so I keep it in the bag. It is a young adult series of books. It's kind of like if Harry Potter were for vampires, sort of. It's a good series. I really enjoy it. It's got a different take on vampirism, which I always enjoy. And so when I found out they had an oracle deck, I said, well, yeah, sign me up. Anyway, this is the back. It is a goddess-based book series. They actually have a description of a ritual in there that is very Wiccan-based, and I was very excited to read that when I first discovered the books. They have pretty artwork, gilded, silver gilding. The only thing I don't like about this deck, they do kind of stick together, but they have pointed edges, and these things will stab you in the hand. Now, I do know other people who have rounded their edges. That, of course, disrupts the gilding. Some of them say they just color it in with a silver marker, but that's a little much for me, and there's not an art card to practice on, so I just haven't done that yet. We'll see. Oh, and I do have a stone in here. I'll go ahead and show it off. I think it's my selenite. Yeah. It's just a little selenite roundy thing. Some of my decks, I used to keep stones in them all the time. Some of them I keep stones with, some of them I don't. It just kind of depends. There's no rhyme or reason to it. The next two decks, I can't remember which one I got first. I think I got the Whispers of Lord Ganesha first. So I know a lot of you are familiar with this deck. Those are the backs. I keep a red garnet, which you can't really see, but I keep that with it. And I keep it in this little bag that I got off Amazon that I love. It's so pretty. And it's all lined on the inside. This currently is on my desk as a working deck. I actually might repurpose this bag because I pull a card from this deck every week. Excuse me. I'm going to get a drink of water. Don't mind me. My allergies are trying to kill me. I just love spring and summer. But anyway, I love this deck. This is a great deck. I know a lot of you have this deck and have seen this deck. So that's my Ganesha deck. The next one I got, it's called Keepers of the Light. I got this, I think it was one of the Hay House sales. And it's just not what I expected. There's the book. It's the same size as the cards, which is nice. But I like the backs. The backs are upside down. The backs are really cool. I like the vaguely Egyptian feel to the wings here. And I mean, they're pretty, I guess. The women all feel like they're pretty much the same woman. They're just variations on a theme. The men all look like various depictions of Jesus to me. Jesus is in here. I don't know. I just have not. I do really like this card. It's beautiful. Then you've got archangels in here, which I'm not a big fan of angels. Anything with a Christian basis is not my thing. I don't know. I have not resonated with this deck. I actually think that I might give this away at some point, but I haven't decided. So we'll see where I go for that. And then in the Hay House sale, I also got 3 other decks. They're not exactly Oracle decks. The first one, actually I might have gotten this one off of Amazon. I can't remember. Right now, excuse me, I opened my windows. It was a bad idea. But the first one that I have here is the Universe Has Your Back deck, or the Universe Has Got Your Back. I forget exactly what it's called. Those are the backs. They're beautiful. They're more, it's not really an oracle deck, it's more affirmations. I love the art. I know that there is, I think, a book that she wrote that I can't remember her name, Genevieve something maybe. I have the box elsewhere. But yeah, originally I was going to pull one of these every day, and that just really didn't work, and my practice keeps evolving as I get more decks, honestly. So right now I have a traveler's notebook that a couple of my decks actually, periodically I'll just pull a deck and journal about it. So that's one of them. Another one of them is Crazy Sexy Love Notes. This is another one that I got from Hay House, and the artwork is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And it's another series of just kind of like daily messages, and then on the back, so you'll pull a card. This one says listen, and then it'll give you kind of a little thought for the day, maybe something to do to bring this message into your life for the day, or something like that. So that's that deck. And then I have the Wisdom for Healing cards. And this is very similar to the Crazy Sexy Love Notes. You've got this beautiful artwork on the front with a message for the day. And then it has, on the back, it'll have like today's lesson. And it kind of gives you an activity or an exercise to do to bring that message into your life for the day. So those are the 3 decks that I will periodically just pull a card, journal in my, I'm actually going to do a video at some point about my journaling practices, but this is my traveler's notebook that I have. I got it from Michael's. So I've got one book in there for each deck. The next, I believe, deck that I got is the Gatha deck. I saw it on, I think, Simon's channel over at the Hermit's Cave, and I believe, oh, her name has totally slipped my head. Anyway, I saw a couple of versions of this. I've got it in this beautiful little box that I got at a gaming convention that I went, or a comic convention I went to, and it has all those beautiful little things in there. And whoops, I had kept a stone in here, but I took that out. I can't remember why. But it's got these beautiful artwork. Hang on a second, let's get my way here. And on the back, it's got a verse from the Bhagavad Gita. It's got it in the original Sanskrit, I believe that is. And the, I believe this is the Sanskrit pronunciation of this. And then it has the translation. And I like that it has it in the original. It's, I just find that very interesting. And considering that it was not an English book, I like that it's, you know, paying homage to where it came from. The next one, and I just did a well, not really a walkthrough, but I showed off these cards a little bit. This is the messenger cards that I got in a giveaway from Lisa at Supportive Tarot, and the bag was made by her lovely wife Peggy. She's got a an Etsy shop, Sparks Creations, which I keep forgetting to link in the descriptions of. I do not like this card. I don't like spiders, but yeah, anyway, that's that deck. I keep forgetting to link Peggy's shop in the description, so I need to make sure I do that. Then I got the Earth Power Oracle. I got this from one of our witchy shops. I was in the mood for a deck and a crystal, so I bought me a deck and a, I don't remember what crystal I bought, but I know I bought this deck. It's got a lovely book. Now this is an interesting deck because the book itself, it has like the place, it has a picture of the card, it tells you information about the location where it is, and then it gives you information about the location itself, and like when you visit, kind of a spiritual thing that you can do while you're there. But it doesn't give you any messages in the book. The messages are entirely contained in the deck. So that's the back, which I think is pretty cool. And then it's got the picture, the name, and just a little brief message. And this is all the message that you get. So it's kind of nice to work with this as far as you don't have to keep checking the book to see what it says. I usually do just because I like to read about the places. But yeah, so that's that deck. I really enjoy working with that deck. And oh, I skipped one because it's my working deck for the month. So I can't remember exactly when I got this with regards to everything else, but it's the Wicca deck. I keep it in this little bag, which is actually a bag from a different tarot deck, which I can't remember the name of. It's not a deck I have, but I just liked the little cat. But this is the Wicca deck. It's currently out of print, or at least this version is out of print. I think they might be re-releasing another version of it. Sorry, I have to go really quick because I think my phone's about to crap out on me. I got one more. It's the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which is in this great little thing that pulls out. I've got it in a little Peggy bag, and the book, very substantial book. This is, I believe, the most recent one that I got. Or I think I might have won the giveaway after I bought this. I can't remember. But those are the backs. And they're little astrology learning cards, which I've not done anything with yet. But I can't wait to go through them.